Focus. Jane Austen scribbled novels in the quiet corners of drawing rooms, her pen moving with the rhythm of a ticking clock. Beatrix Potter captured woodland whimsy with watercolor brushes that danced lightly over paper, each stroke a breath. Claude Monet stood before his lily pond, observing light's subtle shifts over hours, his canvas a mirror to nature's patience. And Leonardo da Vinci, in his twilight years, pondered inventions and art with a mind as vast and calm as a starlit sky, mixing pigments in meditative silence. This narrative is crafted for you, the one who stares at ceilings, counting shadows instead of sheep. We'll delve into their lives, processes, and legacies, each detail a stepping stone to tranquility. Science whispers that such slow, mindful activities lower cortisol, easing the path to sleep. Studies from sleep researchers show that visualizing calm, repetitive tasks, like Austen's editing or Monet's blending, mimics meditation, slowing heart rates by up to 15%. Let these stories be your guide, their quietude seeping into your thoughts. We start with Jane Austen, the mistress of subtle prose, whose world of manners and matrimony was born in the soft glow of candlelight. Chapter 1, Jane Austen, the Quill's Gentle Whisper. Envision a modest parlor in Chawton Cottage, Hampshire, around 1810. The fire crackles faintly, casting flickering shadows on cream-colored walls adorned with simple prints. Jane Austen, a woman of 35 with sharp eyes and a wry smile, sits at a small mahogany table, her quill hovering over foolscap paper. She isn't rushing, her creation is a deliberate dance, each word chosen like a pearl for a necklace. For the sleepless, Austen's method is a balm, her slow crafting of manuscripts teaches us to embrace the night's quiet hours, turning insomnia into a canvas for reflection. Born in 1775 in Steventon, Jane was the seventh child in a clergy family, where books and conversation flowed freely. Her early life was marked by the gentle rhythms of rural England, walks in meadows, family theatricals, and the soft hum of domestic life. But it was in her later years, after financial hardships forced moves to Bath and Southampton, that she found her true sanctuary in Chawton. Here, supported by her brother Edward, she revised and penned her masterpieces, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey, and Persuasion. Austen's process was quintessentially quiet. She wrote in the family sitting room, her tiny writing table, now in the British Library, positioned to catch the light from a window. When visitors arrived, she'd slip her pages under a blotter, resuming household duties with seamless grace. The slow creation of a manuscript was Austen's hallmark. She drafted by hand, revising meticulously. For Pride and Prejudice, originally titled First Impressions, she spent over a decade refining dialogue and plot. Imagine her at night, when the house slept, her mind alive with Elizabeth Bennet's wit. Insomniacs can relate, the dark hours when thoughts swirl. Austen channeled this into creation, her quill scratching softly, each sentence a step toward resolution. She'd read drafts aloud to family, their feedback woven in like threads in a tapestry. This iterative process, free from deadlines, she published anonymously, allowed ideas to simmer. In letters to her niece, she advised, "I must keep to my own style and go on in my own way. For the restless, this is key, embrace your pace, let creation unfold without force." Delve deeper into her technique. Austen used steel-nibbed pens, dipping into iron gall ink that dried to a rich black. Her handwriting was neat, economical, pages filled with crossed-out phrases, insertions in margins. She composed in small bursts, perhaps 500 words a day, allowing time for walks that sparked epiphanies. In Emma, the quiet observation of human folly mirrors her life. She drew from neighbors, turning gossip into gold. Sleep experts note that such low-stimulation activities reduce arousal, promoting delta waves for deep rest. Picture Austen pausing, gazing at the garden, her mind drifting like clouds, a model for insomniacs to let thoughts meander without judgment. Her health, too, speaks to quiet resilience. Suffering from what may have been Addison's disease, her later years were marked by fatigue, yet she persisted, completing Persuasion in 1816 amid illness. In Winchester, days before her death in 1817, she dictated poetry from her bed, her voice a whisper of wit. Austen's legacy endures, over 200 million books sold, adaptations that soothe millions. For the sleepless, her story is a reminder, night's silence is not empty, it's fertile ground. As you relax your limbs, envision her quill's tip, dipping, writing your own peaceful end to the day. Close your eyes. You are no longer in bed, you are inside a thimble-sized boat drifting across a moonlit page. The oars are rabbit whiskers. The sail is a single sheet of 140 pounds cold-press watercolor paper. The lake is a wash of Payne's gray so gentle it forgives every ripple. 10 slow strokes, 10 slow breaths, 10 slow minutes until the lake becomes your blanket and the boat becomes your dream. Beatrix is at the helm, barefoot, humming Lavender's Blue in the key of Moss. Fact 1, The Night Studio. In 1901, at Hilltop Farm, Beatrix kept a tiny attic room lit by one whale oil lamp and the glow of fireflies she caught in jam jars. She painted between midnight and 3 a.m., when the Lake District slept and the only sound was the soft tick of drying paint. Tonight that attic has folded itself into your bedroom. Lie on the rug of moonlight. Feel the floorboards remember her bare feet. Fact 2, The Breathing Paper. Beatrix stretched her paper herself, soaked in the horse trough, blotted with linen, pinned to a cedar board with brass tacks. She waited exactly 7 minutes for the fibers to relax, the time it takes a kettle to sigh. Tonight your mattress is the cedar board. Your blanket is the linen. Count 7 slow breaths. On the 7th exhale, the paper, your body, is ready to receive color. Fact 3, The First Wash. She began every painting with one continuous breath of ultramarine, thin to the color of dusk seen through eyelids. The wash took 41 seconds to travel from top to bottom, the exact length of one cradle rock. Tonight she is painting your ceiling. Watch the blue drift downward like warm snow. Do not blink until it kisses the footboard. Fact 4, The Sleeping Pigment. Beatrix ground her own watercolors from Cumbrian earth, burnt umber from sheep paths, viridian from moss on the barn roof, rose madder from crushed foxgloves. She let the pigments nap in porcelain shells for 3 nights so the crystals could dream together. Tonight the rose madder is dreaming on your left cheek. Feel the faint warmth. It is foxglove lullaby. Fact 5, The 3 a.m. Mouse. At 3:07 a.m. every night, a harvest mouse named Twitchett climbed the leg of her easel and curled inside the curve of the letter O in Once Upon a Time. Beatrix never shooed him, she simply painted around the tiny sleeping comma. Tonight Twitchett has climbed your bedpost. He is curled inside the O of your own breathing. Listen, O, O, O. Fact 6, The Wet-on-Wet Cradle. For Peter Rabbit's jacket, she dropped cerulean into still damp cobalt, wet on wet, so the colors cradled each other like nested spoons. The jacket took 9 minutes to bloom. Tonight she is painting your pajamas the same way. Feel the cool cerulean land on your collarbone. Feel the warm cobalt rise to meet it. 9 minutes. 9 breaths. 9 reasons to stay perfectly still. Fact 7, The Drying Song. While the paint dried, Beatrix rocked in a creaking chair and sang a 3-note shepherd's lullaby her nurse had taught her in Kensington. Sleep my bairn, sleep my dear, sheep are counting stars up here. The chair is now your ribcage. Rock with her. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3. Fact 8, The Hidden Moon. In every watercolor, she tucked a secret silver moon no bigger than a sixpence, visible only when the page was tilted toward candlelight. In the tale of Mrs. Tiggywinkle, the moon hides inside the soap bubble above the hedgehog's nose. Tonight the bubble has floated to your ceiling. Tilt your dreams toward candlelight. There, the sixpence moon winks once, then hides again. Fact 9, The Night Garden. After painting, she walked barefoot to the greenhouse and misted the auriculas with water from a pewter cup. Each droplet caught the lamp's glow and became a tiny lantern for the moths. Tonight the moths have followed her into your room. They are circling your lamp in slow motion. Count them downward, 10, 9, 8. By 5 they will be asleep on your curtain. Fact 10, the final signature. Beatrix signed her name only after the painting had gone to sleep, completely dry, edges curled like a cat's paw. She used a squirrel hair brush so fine it took 12 strokes for one letter. Tonight she is signing the inside of your left wrist. Feel the 12 feather strokes. B, E, A, T, R, I, X. P, O, T, T, E, R. The signature glows faint violet for 7 heartbeats, then fades into skin. It will still be there when you wake. The thimbleboat has docked at the foot of your bed. Twitchett is snoring inside the O of your exhale. The cerulean jacket has dried to the exact shade of 3 a.m. sky. Your wrist still tingles with violet ink. When the last moth lands, whisper, next, and we will step into part 3, Claude Monet and the lily pond that learned to breathe, where light itself will rock you in 8 slow hues of lavender and gold. I am the harvest mouse, the rose madder dream, and the sixpence moon all at once. I will wait until the paint is perfectly dry. 1 slow stroke, 2 slow strokes. Whenever you are ready. Shoo! The thimbleboat has melted into liquid light. You are lying on your back in a flat-bottomed skiff made of cedar and silence. The oars are 2 lily pads. The lake is Monet's pond at Giverny, but it is midnight, and the moon has agreed to be gentle. Every ripple is a breath. Every breath is a brushstroke. 10 slow hues, 10 slow exhales, 10 slow minutes until the sky forgets it ever had edges. Claude is standing knee-deep in the water, barefoot, humming Debussy's Clair de Lune in the key of water. Fact 1, the Midnight Easel. In 1914, at age 74, Monet built a floating studio, a raft of pine planks painted the exact green of duckweed. He pulled it to the center of the pond at 2:13 a.m. every clear night, when the village dogs had finally stopped barking. Tonight the raft has drifted under your bed. Feel the faint rock beneath the mattress, left, right, left. That is the pond saying hush. Fact 2, the breathing canvas. Monet primed his canvases with rabbit skin glue so thin the linen could inhale. He waited until the glue sighed, exactly 11 minutes, before laying the first veil of cerulean. Tonight your blanket is the linen. Your ribs are the stretchers. Count 11 slow breaths. On the 11th exhale, the canvas, your body, is ready to receive light. Fact 3, the first veil. He began with 1 continuous breath of ultramarine thinned with poppy oil until it was the color of sleep seen through closed eyelids. The veil took 47 seconds to travel from sky to water, the exact length of 1 lullaby phrase. Tonight he is painting the inside of your eyelids. Watch the blue drift downward like warm mist. Do not open your eyes until it kisses the bridge of your nose. Fact 4, the Sleeping Lily. Each water lily pad was painted in 3 stages. A whisper of sap green while the paint was still wet. A nap of 20 minutes under a linen cloth. A final kiss of cadmium yellow when the green had gone to sleep. Tonight a single pad has floated to your pillow. Feel the cool sap green on your left temple. Feel the warm cadmium kiss your right. 20 minutes. 20 breaths. 20 reasons to stay perfectly still. Fact 5, the 3 a.m. frog. At 3:03 a.m. every night, a bullfrog named Gustave climbed the leg of Monet's easel and perched on the wet edge of the canvas. Monet never shooed him, he simply painted the frog's reflection into the pond. Tonight Gustave has climbed your bedpost. He is perched on the wet edge of your dream. Listen, croak, croak, croak. 3 croaks for the trinity of sleep, body, mind, pond. Fact 6, the wet on wet sky. For the sky's reflection, Monet dropped rose madder into still damp cobalt, wet on wet, so the colors cradled each other like nested Russian dolls. The sky took 14 minutes to bloom. Tonight he is painting your ceiling the same way. Feel the cool cobalt land on your forehead. Feel the warm rose rise to meet it. 14 minutes. 14 breaths. 14 reasons to let the day dissolve. Fact 7, the drying lullaby. While the paint dried, Monet sat on the bridge and played a single note on a pocket harmonica, low C, held for 8 slow beats. The note drifted across the water and tucked every lily into its cup. The harmonica is now your ribcage. Play the note with me. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fact 8, the hidden dragonfly. In every pond painting, Monet tucked a secret dragonfly no bigger than a comma, visible only when the canvas was tilted toward moonlight. In Water Lilies, 1919, the dragonfly hides inside the reflection of the Japanese bridge. Tonight the bridge has folded itself into your bedroom window. Tilt your dreams toward moonlight. There, the comma dragonfly hovers once, then lands on your pulse. Fact 9, the night mist. After painting, Monet walked the gravel path and misted the roses with water from a copper can. Each droplet caught the lantern's glow and became a tiny lantern for the moths. Tonight the moths have followed him into your room. They are circling your lamp in slow motion. Count them downward, 12, 11, 10. By 7 they will be asleep on your curtain. Fact 10, the final signature. Monet signed his name only after the painting had gone to sleep, completely dry, edges curled like a cat's smile. He used a fan brush so soft it took 23 strokes for one letter. Tonight he is signing the inside of your left wrist. Feel the 23 feather strokes. C, L, A, U, D, E. M, O, N, E, T. The signature glows faint turquoise for 11 heartbeats, then fades into skin. It will still be there when you wake, smelling of lily pads and midnight. The skiff has docked at the foot of your bed. Gustav is snoring on the wet edge of your dream. The rose madder sky has dried to the exact shade of 3 a.m. peace. Your wrist still tingles with turquoise ink. When the last moth lands, whisper, next, and we will step into the final part 4, Leonardo da Vinci in his Silver Twilight, where an old man mixes starlight into egg tempera and teaches the night how to forgive itself. I am the bullfrog, the cadmium kiss, and the comma dragonfly all at once. I will wait until the last ripple stills. 1 slow breath, 2 slow breaths. Whenever you are ready. Shoo. The skiff has dissolved into warm candle smoke. You are lying on a low walnut bed in a stone room above the lawyer. The window is open to a sky the color of bruised violets. Every breath smells of linseed oil, crushed lapis, and the faint sweetness of quince left too long on the sill. Leonardo, 71, silver-haired, left hand trembling, sits at a small table no larger than a chessboard. His right hand is steady as moonlight. He is mixing starlight into egg yolk. 10 slow pigments, 10 slow heartbeats, 10 slow minutes until the walls forget they are walls and become the inside of a shell. Lie perfectly still. The old man is painting the exact moment you forgive yourself for not sleeping. Fact 1, the Twilight Studio. In 1517, at Clos Luce, Leonardo kept a single candle of beeswax and one of tallow. He lit the beeswax at 11:11 p.m., the minute the house steward stopped coughing, and let the tallow wait until 2:07 a.m. Tonight the beeswax is your bedside lamp. The tallow is the darkness behind your knees. Feel them trade places every 11 minutes. That is Leonardo saying, time is only wax. Fact 2, the breathing panel. He primed his poplar panels with gesso so thin the wood could inhale. He waited exactly 13 heartbeats for the gesso to sigh before laying the first veil of raw umber. Tonight your blanket is the poplar. Your ribs are the stretchers. Count 13 slow breaths. On the 13th exhale, the panel, your body, is ready to receive forgiveness. Fact 3, the first veil. He began with one continuous breath of terra verte thinned with walnut oil until it was the color of moss seen through tears. The veil took 53 seconds to travel from brow to chin, the exact length of one slow apology. Tonight he is painting the inside of your eyelids. Watch the green drift downward like warm rain. Do not open your eyes until it kisses the hollow of your throat. Fact 4, the sleeping lapis. Each speck of lapis lazuli cost more than a horse. Leonardo ground it only on Tuesdays, under a waning moon, letting the powder nap in a silk pouch for 9 nights so the crystals could dream of Afghanistan. Tonight the lapis is dreaming on your left cheek. Feel the faint coolness. It is the color of every sky that ever watched you try. Fact 5, the 3 a.m. sparrow. At 3:03 a.m. every night, a house sparrow named Leda flew through the open window and perched on the rim of the egg tempera cup. Leonardo never shooed her, he simply painted her tiny shadow into every fold of every robe. Tonight Leda has flown into your room. She is perched on the rim of your dream. Listen, peep, peep, peep. 3 peeps for the trinity of rest, yesterday, tonight, tomorrow. Fact 6, the sfumato cradle. For the Madonna's smile, he layered 40 veils of glaze so thin each took 17 minutes to dry. He called the technique sfumato, smoke without edges. Tonight he is painting your forehead the same way. Feel the first veil land like warm breath. Feel the 40th veil arrive like the memory of your mother's hand. 17 minutes. 17 breaths. 17 reasons to let the day blur. Fact 7, the drying lullaby. While the glaze dried, Leonardo played a 3-string viola he carved from a single piece of cherry wood. He played only one note, low G, held for 21 slow beats. The note drifted through the open window and tucked every olive tree into silver. The viola is now your ribcage. Play the note with me. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Out, 21, 20, 19. Fact 8, the hidden angel. In every late painting, Leonardo tucked a secret angel no bigger than a tear, visible only when the canvas was tilted toward candlelight. In St. John the Baptist, the angel hides inside the curl of the saint's hair. Tonight the curl has unfolded into your bedroom curtain. Tilt your dreams toward candlelight. There, the tear angel hovers once, then dissolves into your pulse. Fact 9, the night orchard. After painting, Leonardo walked barefoot to the orchard and misted the quince trees with water from a silver cup. Each droplet caught the candle's glow and became a tiny lantern for the fireflies. Tonight the fireflies have followed him into your room. They are circling your lamp in slow motion. Count them downward, 15, 14, 13. By 8 they will be asleep on your windowsill. Fact 10, the final signature. Leonardo signed his name only after the painting had gone to sleep, completely dry, edges curled like a grandparent's smile. He used a squirrel hair brush so fine it took 31 strokes for one letter. Tonight he is signing the inside of your left wrist. Feel the 31 feather strokes. L, E, O, N, R, D, O, D, V, I, N, C, I. The signature glows faint gold for 13 heartbeats, then fades into skin. It will still be there when you wake, smelling of quince and candle smoke.